to what are the effects? It's like a whole paragraph.
Yeah, no, it's so it's.
He gains resistance to all damage dealt by the weapon.
Very well.
Equal to half his level.
Very well.
But every time he gets hit by the weapon, duration decreases by 1 minute.
Each time, even if it has. Okay, very well. So he will. I'm sure he is made aware of this as well. So.
Oh yeah, no, because so the way it works is that artists will run forward and speak to the weapon.
The weapon itself, whether there's a spirit of some kind living in, or this inanimate object heats to you, you now gain resistance to it. T.L. Jackson is just befuddled.
And I'll end my turn because that is all my actions.
To use a hero point.
Oh, because you're sickened one.
Because you're sickened.
But the bless. Oh,
but you're sickened.
Oh my god, that was a 16.
Yeah.
I'm gonna strike again.
Go for it.
Just roll a 20.
I mean, it's almost a 20.
So it was close to a 20.
I'm gonna reroll.
Just do it this time.
Oh, it was almost a 20 again.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Man.
What are the odds you roll 1 in 400?
I've been crit 4 times. I think I'm gonna leave.
Dude, now you know what it feels like to play Lucia.
What do you mean it feels like a Lucia? I was the first getting crit 3 fucking times!
Because you were blessed. And the wish. Linnell, how do you defeat T.L. Jackson?
Yeah, seeing, by the way, that was non-lethal.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But yeah, seeing both Danielle and the artist just fall down, Linnell will, kind of in a internal crisis and just, in a dramatic, screaming, thing, he's just gonna, like, leap up in the air and then just, strike him right in his noggin.
As you deliver this, it echoes across the whole of the cavern here, as he goes, oh! And the little top hat, the dusty little top hat, falls into the hole as well, as you still have 2 enemies to contend with. Reflex, oh no, it's just reflex.
Yeah, it's just reflex, yeah.
You can only climb using athletics. You are holding on. However, she's gonna spend another action to shove you. Where is it? This is gonna be at the -5. And she is also frightened, so it's technically at the -6. That's a natural 20. I'm so sorry, buddy. You're going her straight into the hole.
Man.
You guys watch as the hag.
Yep.
You just see something invisible is pushing him around before he stumbles into the hole, grabs onto the ledge, and then something stomps on his fingers before he too will plummet.
I can't believe the 2 people that are left are getting replaced.
Poetic justice.
So I guess that was my quick into action. Did that spell count as a hostile action?
It did.
I mean, the smell hitting your nose is probably very hostile.
Yeah, very hostile to your senses.
I guess it doesn't matter regardless. I'm gonna just swing.
Natural 20! Oh my god. How do you want to do this?
Just let's swing with enough force. He goes into the hole.
Just and the hag is just gonna leave. It is just gonna leave. I'm letting you all know.
All right.
So they won't mature in combat.
What an encounter! Just on the slim chance he wakes up and has some other hidden thing in this cave he can use against
No,
him. So.
I understand. It wouldn't take long for Archimedes to fly out. Let's just drag him out and see what to do.
His body kind of like droops down into the hole, but because he's so big and large, he doesn't sink in.
Yeah. Do you think because we beat him up, it will drop all the contracts he's made?
No. Realistically, we can't do much. It's not that we hold power. We wouldn't have needed that Daniel fella. So we may just end up doing the funny thing of anytime he starts to gain consciousness, I will kick him in the head.
And what do we do with him?
Well, we hope Lionel gets the others out. If not, we go to Plan B, which has not been formed yet.
Well, I'm sure we'll think of something. V's gonna, like, think to themselves, we're not gonna think of anything.
And then I'll say, good work. At the end of it, and then I'll come back and I'll drag his fat ass onto the ferry.
Very well. You will drag the slaver's fat ass onto the ferry. And as you do, the boat nearly tips over from his weight. And he watches Wyatt and Orlin are about to fall off.
It goes at a weird angle, and I'm like, no, quick, go to the left, go to the left. I tell the other two to stabilize.
They quickly stabilize, and they look even more weary, but they're grateful. It's a mixture of being super grateful to the two of you and also just very tired.
All right.
Let's just get back.
Alright, Vothamal and Jonathan, both of you, including Wyatt and Orlin, will paddle slowly but surely across the swampy wastes here. After having emerged victorious against TL at Jackson. Everyone go ahead and give yourselves, everyone, even the people who went missing, 300 XP.
Yeah, sorry, keep going. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's really gross. It's the worst feeling of it just like rushing up. You're even like spitting out a little bit of like the bit of stomach acid that was in you. The protein shifting of your biology. But Tiffany will kind of grimace at that, and she'll kind of pat you on the back. She'll say, don't worry. We have our finest shaman back at the hamlet, and I'm sure he'll fix you all right back up. And then she'll slap, like, the butt of TL Jackson. Because he's, like, facing down on the boat.
But I assume while we're here, because at this point we probably want to get to the pit for the other players, but we can give them the rundown of our plan now that we have captured of trying to get him to release all the contracts, right?
Yeah.
We'll
say you guys inform the individuals here, and in the meantime we'll shift over. Thrash about and resist what is happening. You eventually come to an office building. You smell rich mahogany on the table. You see an ashtray with a few burnt cigarettes. You see a map that is meant to depict the planet Venus and each of the outlying continents, clouds overcast to a majority of the place. You see a number of different parchments lying about, some of it ledgers containing financial information, purchases, sells. You see a computer in the corner, you see a fine bare rug, and more importantly, you see a lone woman with a rifle over her shoulder. But what you feel is the rattling of dark yellow chains, as each of you are in various states of injury or near death. The chairs appear to be like locked down.
Or just standing.
They're standing. You guys are.
Okay. I mean, I'm still gonna try to continue struggling.
And Nadir vomits on the floor next to him. And all of you continue struggling.
Addis will turn to his side. It's no use, most likely.
Oh, you guys are okay.
Well, apparently.
Rarely.
Ask her.
These three have not met Nandir, really?
Wait, Anadia, what are you doing here?
Well, we met him.
He disappeared, showed up in the fight, and fell into a hole. And now they wake up in this place and he's here, and they're like, oh, hey, and
And he's for returning back. So, what were you all hoping to accomplish with your demon hunting.
Classic demon hunting.
Just classic demon hunting.
Oh yes, we do have a thaumaturge after all.
I see. I've met Mr. Butcher before.
So he says.
He's made a contract with me. In the
So
past.
he has.
Indeed. He's only here for... Let's not beat around the bush here. He's not here to do demon hunting for the sake of it. He's here for himself. And only for himself. Ain't that right, boy?
I'm gonna try to retch again.
Go ahead. That will fail.
Motherfucker. In that case, I'm just gonna spit.
These are
Just
indeed
wooden
willow chairs.
Is it possible to, like, use the force of my massive body to slam the chair sideways onto the floor and break it?
Make an athletics check. Because you would still be in chains, but you wouldn't be seated anymore.
Yeah, like I'm pretty much just using my sheer weight.
Go ahead, make an athletics check.
Maybe.
You go ahead. As you guys are listening to the conversation, Anandir breaks down the chair, and now he stands up. But it is a very uncomfortable standing up. You aren't even able to reach up to your full height with the chains binding you down.
Right.
And you watch Sally here, this woman here, almost prepares a repeater before she realizes you aren't able to move any further than what the chains allow you. Overly rich merchants, ones that couldn't really take too much of a hit from their supplies going missing. He hands them off to me. He stays in that dingy little swamp. I hand the supplies to the people who really need it, the farmers. Because, of course, swamps out here are quite dangerous.
Can I like make a sense motive if he's like trying to pull out some Robin Hood shit, or he's like he has some deeper.
Go ahead and make a sense motive.
Now, to be fair, depending on how the economy works, the farmers are rich anyways. But I assume this is a capitalist society.
It always is. In the 23rd century.
That's the true dark horror of this campaign.
That's right, I'm Brennan Lee Mulligan. It's always capitalism.
God damn it.
Institutions are looking after her. She didn't want that. She fled. She sought refuge in this here estate. The only time in her life she felt truly safe. But that wouldn't be enough, because even with all my awesome power, there's only so much a man can do before the curtain is pulled. So, I had to reluctantly let her go, because a few men coming in with artillery and tanks and automatic rifles is enough to discourage one to not go into an all-out attack in the swamps. Regardless, military men are after her. There's only so much I could do.
That's fair enough. Not fair enough to keep it away from us, though. At least, Vothmol and John. No.
But, y'all get to look like heroes for the Hamlet. Wouldn't that be good?
I'm not looking to look like hero. Not me personally.
You're right, you're an indifferent weapon of some cosmic force. I don't really care. I care if this is an offer you're willing to take. Don't really care if the yellow one or the pink one isn't here in the room. I'm not negotiating with them. But they do likely have Jackson's flappy body.
And if we decline, we're released. This man over here gets his arm cut off. And that's it. Looking forward to it, and I'll turn back to Danielle.
You see Dron lead it, and he goes, "Did you know that this one here made a pact with the psychopomp? How many secrets has he been keeping from all of you? How can you trust a man who cannot even trust anyone around him? He will glide his oily black hands across Von Butcher's neck, the back of his neck. Oh.
Let the man enjoy his arm for a little bit longer, yeah?
He begins wrestling with your hair. He goes, oh, such nice hair. An old man.
And it's professional ways. If he trusts us, then we can trust him. Simple as.
Bite his hand.
You can go ahead and make an unarmed strike.
Dude, yeah!
You gonna put your hands on me?
If he hits, can he slurp the...
Yeah, can you just eat
Can
him?
you just eat the entire man?
That is gonna miss, I'm sorry.
No!
As he goes, oh, very scary. Very spooky. Doctor, they brought in a
I'll
bear.
spit at him.
Oh, he's trying to spit at me. At least it's not caustic. Oh. He'll walk around.
Dude, he's full of whimsy.
Can I?
Shepard, you're making... Your doctor is making your guests very uncomfortable.
Now let the doctor do his work. He's a professional.
Freaks.
Chase the
First time.
brush. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, girl. I'm not looking to be a hero. You can call me a villain. I guess that would be the most apt term, but no. These people are slaves to their senses. They are chained to their vices. Mankind does not truly know real liberation until they heed the call of the shepherd. Until then, like this fella over here, look over at Anundir. Just look at him. A bundle of rage and hunger. And he is no different to the modern man today. A belch across the room.
Great roleplay.
Well said.
Know of the Migo.
I know of the Migo. I know a couple of them. I'm best friends.
Well, he'll make his own contract with you then, but he won't have mine.
You won't give up your priest?
Certainly not. I'm not so foolish as to be convinced by mere convenience. I either lose his soul later or now, and I'd prefer later.
You halt your damnation. I can understand that. What about the rest of you?
Picking up toads.
Yeah, you didn't make a contract with anyone. But he's sort of generalizing all of you.
And then there's just kind of looking around.
It's funny. These three made contracts, and under was like toads heard a fight and was like, "Oh, fight! Yeah!"
Our battle will be legendary. Falls into a hole.
You got shoved by a green hag.
Dude. And you know the best part is the hag shoved Anunda in, watched everything else happen, and went, "I should go." But we got Jackson.
That's true.
We're an ally.
But Anunda's just kind of looking around. He's like, I have made no contract.
Nah, you didn't. Norseman, it's perfectly fine. I really have no reason to put up with you, but you are going after my...
Release me.
But you are going after my employees. I can't have that. You know, the Migo are very precious to me.
The Migo must die.
I was trying to keep a straight face that I heard you guys laugh.
No, he's real for that.
It's just Jackson being like, yeah, but they're my employees. You know, I need them to be alive. And you're like, no, they die. You will die.
As you hear Daniel's scream through the rubber chicken, it's a mixture of his screams and the rubber chicken screams as John Killen finishes cutting, and he will hold up Daniel's right arm. He goes, "Oh wait, I need to heal you. Hold on. Here, can you hold on this for me?" He will present to you Daniel's arm.
Am I like?
She can't hear.
I mean, that aside, do I even have like enough?
No, you don't. He just presents his arm.
She's gonna like see him approach, look at him, and just see Daniel's arm, and then just with like a shock and confusion, just look at him and then back at the arm. And
You hear Shepard go, "God damn it, Doctor! Heal him! He's bleeding!" You go, "Oh, okay. Don't yell at me."
Other.
There you go. Good doggy. He'll pat your head. He'll put away the medical tools.
I guess this is fair.
If I see you all
Yes.
again, let me reiterate, if I catch you all in here again, with the ill intent to undermine my plans, I'll have you all executed. Take you right out back like Old Yeller.
Shepard.
I do not know who that is.
I'll put you down like a dog, Norseman, that's what I'm saying. Like a
Boy,
dog
I
that's
do
bitten
not
the
care
master's
for you.
hand too many times.
As I said, I only care about the Migo.
Oh, you mean these ones? And he will knock on the push. One of them will push you, Linnell. Just for being...
Being in the
just for being there.
just for being...
Just like
participation
knocks
award.
her over.
He goes, "Alright, you made your statements, now get on out." They'll all begin to march out.
They march in order.
I can hear like fucking like a little drummer boy in the background like dun, 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 as they're fucking like walking at like a cadence.
I just imagine that one fucking video of a guy, of like a bunch of guys walking to a guy who's pissing and just like they a similar.
Oh!
Anunder's face and chest and arms are covered in bruises and gashes and slashes as their claws and knuckles met his body. Yeah, he is bleeding, but not enough to be of any concern to Shepard about lethality. Very well. Sometimes a dog needs to learn once or twice. If I catch you here a third time. And he'll go over to Sally. He'll whisper something. He'll say, "I'm putting you back to his hut. I'm sure you can find a way back." And he will call upon forces from beyond as he yells out incantations in Carcosan. And you'll watch as the yellow chains begin to loosen as a yellow chaotic spiral forms from above and below as you are all sucked above. But the arms... He watches Shepard watches as John Keelan caresses Daniel's severed arm.
Hey, can I just one thing I'm gonna DN.
Oh yeah, go ahead. So Harvey Shepard looks at the hand, the severed arm of Daniel von Butcher. He goes, "Not normal?" Dr. Keelan looks at him and goes, "What's wrong, Mr. Shepard?" He goes, "The formation of the fingers." "Oh, it appears Mr. Butcher has given you the bird. Oh, how wonderful." Wonderful. Do what you want with the hand. And he will caress the arm again.
Oh my god, Kira,
That hand is that hand is being used for. I'm not, dude. That hand's being used as like a wiping ass hand now. I'm sorry.
Y'all ever had sleep?
What is that?
Occultism.
Either way,
You do know they are fungal creatures from what scientists call the planet Pluto, but occultists called Yuga. That is where the Migo supposedly hail from.
Ugh.
either
Fungal
way,
creatures from Ugoth.
he made us an offer to banish the demon in exchange that he would keep the contracts.
And seeing how TL Jackson is still here, I can assume that you did not accept his contract.
I didn't know what to do. It was either
Hey, no, you did the right thing. What we did today could potentially save the lives of countless people. Now, if you excuse me, Linda, I'm going to. V's gonna like try and like squeeze past
He
you.
goes, go quickly.
Ah, yes. Come here, big fella.
Watch as the bridge kind of bends.
Tying up to the willow tree. If I can ask Shaman, what is that gonna do?
It will keep him contained. You outsiders are weird. This is speaking as a man where semen fuels the tree.
I don't mean to ask, but you find your own customs weird?
Not at all. What is so weird about giving one's life fluid to the tree?
Well, he's tied up now. Hands, legs restrained. And... Actually, Percy, this is probably a silly question. Admittedly, I should ask this in the cave, but can we look through his inventory, like his pockets?
Oh, you can
Just
if
to
you'd
make
like.
sure he doesn't have, like, anything
Of
he can...
the Lord of Will, so you can no longer see the face. His whole body's obscuring it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just very quickly kind of, like, put my hand on Linnell's shoulder and go, you did good. Yeah, I saw you dive in, and they're all back here now. It's a brave, heroic act you did.
Then why don't I feel like one?
You... Unfortunately, it is something you will come to adjust to. Doing good should make you feel good, yet many times reality is not so easy. I've spent most of my life going after, well, the yellow cult, and I must admit, it's a noble goal, yet even I have done things I'm not exactly proud of.
Upon looking at it, it's not... The nerve endings are still there, and enough to supplement with a cybernetic, albeit expensive, cybernetic arm. However, you look at Daniel and you get the feeling this is a man who lives off the radar, and so he will likely have to go to a Zarayan Ripper dock, or get a loan or find some other means to...
Would V know of, like, because they've lived in Zaria for a good bit now, would they know of any, like, Ripper docks off the top of their head?
Nathan Park, who is also an alchemist, he's someone who could, but he's gonna require something from either money out of the loan, so Daniel can make payments in, like, bursts, or yeah, something like that. But you know Nathan's a good person. Like, he is an alchemist just like you, albeit he's a bit more religious about his alchemy than you are.
Yeah.
Only to you, but to everyone else. But it's also the way to remove you from utilizing your weapons and your tools, which also facilitate torture. However, Harvey Shepard did not take into account that T.L. Jackson would be chained up to the Lord of Willows, and perhaps the shaman can help you. Perhaps the Lord of Willows can help you.
Yes,
What are you playing here?
I leave. I give you the necessary information, and I leave. I give you the clues, the blues.
You
clues.
said, okay, I want this to be as clear as
Offhand your
possible.
penis
Me
right
as
now.
me as a character, no. Danielle knows that the Willow can actually help me with the torture.
Yeah,
Is that what I'm hearing?
yeah, so I'm not giving you the direct.
I'm putting on the
I'm not
tree.
giving you like the direct answer, but like you know, the willow and the shaman can be helpful in getting what you want.
I'll come spurs you on the tree.
V, I would say like V was like in the middle, like kind of like walking past, and they'll stop in their tracks and just kind of look behind and say, "Linnell, he enslaved countless people, more than just what we know. If anything, this is just a fraction of what he's done to others."
The act of torture in your eyes is evil, and in a way I would agree, but I ask, what is the alternative to get these people free?
I don't know, but can we at least try to talk to him?
When he wakes
Linnell,
up...
we've tried talking to him before.
No. I don't think talking will prevent Butcher from doing the actions he wants. I think it's fair to say, if you want to talk to him when he wakes up, that's on you. Feel free. Go to the town.
Stay there for now. This is not your, I guess, expertise. I'll deal with him. I've done this before, and I'm willing to do my best job to free the contracts that he has made.
Yes, let's... Hopefully we can free these people. And I'll nod as I head
I'll
over.
guarantee it.
Very well.
And that
Alright.
will now leave to get his wounds treated as well.
Very well.
Oof, owie. My wounded one condition.
Oh my god.
Bruh.
And I have one of those. Fuck you, you're a doctor. I may be divine, but I cannot heal wounds.
What the Hamlet would. In a poetic way, give life to receive life.
Right,
By
but
putting their seed
I imagine the
on
tree
the
just
tree.
doesn't accept only fluids.
Well, I mean, that's what the shaman kept saying.
Was he pulling your leg?
No. He was being truthful. I mean, everyone here in the Hamlet corroborated her story.
Regardless, I thank you for your assistance. I'm glad to have a professional physician here.
Yeah.
And thank you for your
So I
healing
really
too.
am.
And I'll look to Linnell as well.
Well, it just kind of remains silent and looks through the window to the others.
The dog comes over, sniffs at you. The contracts remain, correct?
Indeed.
It is... So you suspect the only way to break them is for the contract holder to break them himself, correct?
Well, the way contracts are made, there's always a clause that allow you to destroy the contract. However, most people hide them for obvious reasons. But the second option is if the contract maker willingly destroys them, denies them, or yeah, you get it. I doubt he's going to tell us how to destroy those contracts, and usually it's always a complicated mess of a journey. And the other way is, well, to basically force him to get them the fuck out of them.
Call upon the Lord of Willows. His back is pressed up against his mouth, his face. He will sniff out the sort of corruption this one has brought, not only to the swamps, but to the hamlet and the merchants. So, is your soul blackened, Von Butcher, or do you think you have what it takes to commune with the Lord?
Excuse me, do I need to be pure soul for this?
No, the Lord of Willows is not himself a pure soul. He has battled with the Thunder God on many occasions. He has died and has been resurrected as a great dragon to try to defeat the Thunder God, and their battle continues to rage as long as the wheel turns. I would not claim he is a holy god, but he is our god.
And if you don't have the worst fear, I'll simply make one. So how about it? Do you want to do it now, or do you want to do it later? That's the only difference. Now or later.
You watch us Ty. T.O. Jackson goes mute. For the first time, you've seen this man no longer put on the face of bravado. He realizes he is at your mercy, and Tai will place a hand on your shoulder to lean. He goes, "I have a method we could go about this."
I'll push him a bit to the side. I'll like not like a very hard push, but like as I'm still holding the sword because I can't push him with my other hand. I'm like, I guess with my, yeah, I guess I push him a little bit on behind me, and I'm waiting for an answer before I hear Tai yell. I nod as like a noted. I'm guessing he whispers this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm still waiting for Jackson's answer to what I just said.
Jackson, he shakes his head no. He goes, "I don't know what you got planned for me, Butcher, but these swamp folk aren't gonna scare me."
That's cute. You fear them? Ooh. Have a nice rest. And I'm gonna do the cool thing of like letting go of my sword while twisting it, so I grab it on its like
On the
bludgeoning
blade
side. Yeah, on the dough side, and just slam it right on top of his head.
Just, he goes, "Oh!" And he goes back unconscious.
Alright. Say, you know the village folk around here. Put someone on guard every time he wakes up. Give him a good smack on the head.
He'll look at Tafari, and Tafari will go, "Don't worry, Butcher, I gotcha."
Make sure to hit him. See the singed scar I have after I bludgeoned him. Hit him right there.
Nah, I gotcha. He pulls his trousers down. He begins to piss on them.
Ugh. I'm gonna sit down. And since I know a bunch of the different religions, which one is this more connected to? What kind of a pose is it best to assimilate for this?
It'd be a simple crossing of the legs while sitting down. Would be adequate.
Alright, I would do that.
Far off distance, the blue marble, the cradle of humanity, and beyond that, the red planet, where communists and theocrats live, and to the other direction is the land of the Twilight Realms. You position yourself not in the stars, but in the plants and the swamp water beneath. As you feel the leaves, as you hear the leaves rustle and shake, and you feel the roots groaning and moving, you concentrate. And you try to think on your patron deity. You're not a religious man. You've never really been one for religion. It is more so a tool for what you need to get accomplished. But you know there are practicalities to holiness and unholiness, even if the vast majority of people do not see this side of the world. Which you have.
Preacher, this demon, has made many contracts with innocents, manipulating them, using them for his own purpose. Very, very, very devil-like. However, devils usually give something back. The demons, this man has only used and has not given back anything. The bargains have been unholy from the get-go and have been only there to keep a leash on the ones who has made. They're not bargains, they're more like leashes for slavery, and I wish to destroy all the contracts he has made, including the ones from my allies.
You watch as the wooden-like eyes blink at you. it acknowledges your statement.
As a sacrifice, do you need to tell me what I need to bring you, or should I decide myself? I see your mouth is busy. Blink once for yes, blink one for no for the choose myself route.
It blinks.
So I choose myself.
It will. You watch as the eye opens, and it forms an arm-shaped hole.
What's your other arm?
It is. You don't know which arm it's asking for. That's assuming it wants to take an arm.
Oh hell, I'm back in mouthwashing. What the fuck?
So it makes an arm-shaped hole. Yeah, continue.
It hums with life.
There's a leaf on the stub.
Mm-hmm. Now, whether or not, you're not. The Lord of Willows is now with you.
Well, I hope that won't grow into another Daniel.
So okay, so I have something on my arm. Is it growing or is it just staying like this?
It appears to be about the length of. It appears to be at least like half a foot in length. This like green little sprig.
Okay. Okay.
It's very
I'll keep
floppy.
this. I flop it a little, but I'm actually kind of scared if one leaf falls, I might just fuck up something. So I keep like one hand like close and just don't move the stub that much anymore.
Like when you move, it's like magnetically pulled to the tree.
Okay. I noticed this and I stand up. What if I get close to the mouth?
The mouth opens. You could push T.L. Jackson in there.
This is quite a bit of a gamble. If he kills him, but who am I to not trust the gods, right? And I look at Tai.
And Tai, he energetic. He is like he's all up in it. He at this point you could offer whatever, and he.
Oh, I have to offer something, not just T.O. Jackson. Okay.
I mean, you did offer your arm. That might be enough.
Considering the mouth is opening more and more, and T.O. Jackson is still in his teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna wake up T.O. Jackson.
Oh.
Wakey, wakey, wakey. You're gonna miss breakfast.
Oh. What?
You're gonna miss breakfast, my friend. What do you want, eggs and bacon?
I could use a good hog right now.
Excellent choice. I'll have that for dinner. The tree's gonna have you for dinner, though, and I'm gonna push him.
And you watch as the mouth opens, and whoosh, it was...
I'm gonna pull back a little from the willow. Just saying. So
you have no idea if this man is just going on about his religious ramblings, or if he is being honest to God, truthful. However, you get the sense that there isn't torture happening, but more so it is the idea of T.L. Jackson being thrown in the belly of the whale, and the whale will only open its mouth if T.L. Jackson stops being such a horrible bully.
I see.
Don't worry, no torture was needed. Thank the willow. No need. Only the willow will need to do the work here. You should rest up. You look tired and beaten, and I sense a bit of mental withdrawal. Please, come to the tavern. That is what these are. That is what these buildings are for, after all.
Well, you'll see a funny side out there.
I can only imagine.
I see. then perhaps some good beer or some meat will fill up your belly.
Yeah, let's get going, Atis.
I will. You can let the dog go. He can go.
What a dog!
Lenny will follow you.
I guess we have a dog now.
I'm gonna walk by the tree and look at the suspiciously frog-shaped
Theo Jackson
shape in Theo Jackson shaped like shape, and it's like in the tree, and I'm just gonna look and I'm gonna go. Well, looks like the willow tree had quite the dinner, didn't it?
You see Lenny piss on the spot Joe Jackson was in.
Well,
I'd like to say
let's-
I've seen a sight such as this before, but, well, at least I don't remember it.
well, thank God you wouldn't remember that. Doesn't sound very pleasant. Repeat what you said again?
When you make a contract, usually it binds you to your souls, and you always have a tingy feeling. There is always it's a very distinct feeling.
Why are you looking at me?
Did you not make a contract?
Not in the way that you would think, but I know what you're talking about. And yeah, the feeling is there.
Huh. Well, I meant to, it seems that our contracts are still not completely official. Because they're
Okay.
connected, because they're connected to Jackson. Jackson is still alive, because otherwise, well, I'm not sure if he is actually alive or not, but considering I can see his entire shape in that tree. My assumption is what it's doing is slowly digesting him, turning him a part of the tree, or sending him slowly back to hell. Both painful options. And let me finish. What this means is either the Willow is gonna deal with the contracts, forcefully breaking them one by one, and this stump is both a blessing and a way to communicate with the Willow can communicate with me. This is just all assumptions. And the other is the Willow is simply delaying the inevitable, and we simply have to find how to break those contracts them ourselves, because all contracts can be broken.
Right. Well, let's hope for the best then.
No sensing divinity, or do you not have that talent?
Percy, what do I do?
Make a religion check.
Religion?
Look for signs of God. It's just a fucking sprig and it's just a leaf.
I'm gonna stare at it a bit and go, it is a plant.
Fascinating.
If it becomes anything later, who's to say? But for now, it is a plant.
It would
And
be so
nothing
awesome.
more, yet nothing less.
Where's the mind flayer guy?
What mind flare guy?
Yo, that's so funny how Hunter was not here for both times Sigrard was here.
The guy playing the piano.
Yeah, what guy?
Day. Let us celebrate. Play a nice, upbeat song.
Okay.
You see Tiffany and Tafari. Tafari goes, yeah, come on, pink one. No!
I am simply not in the mood. I'm gonna roll.
Made manifest.
Oh,
Another 17.
she fell into the pits in despair before finding the last cradle of hope.
Such despair.
And the music and the melody this time, significantly more upbeat, and therefore in tune with the roots of the hamlet. As Tiffany and Tafari are kind of leaning on each other, kind of swaying back and forth. Atis, their PDA is too much, but you can tell their love is true. Their love is genuine. True.
I have done a lot as a champion of Razanor, and I will continue to do what is asked of. Let a celebration occur here tonight.
And you watch
It's
the
time.
people in the tavern raise their mugs.
I think if you have, not sure what you have in storage, but I insist, if you will, that you go get your finest drinks.
Ah, very excellent. Excellent. I think I might just have just the kegs for those. And you watch as everyone is they're like lightly slamming their mugs on the wooden table. She will bring out the finest of Siberian ice wine.
Anyway, she's gonna be playing this.
Oh no, what's she playing? Let me see.
We will celebrate this night and enjoy each other's company.
And you hear Tafari. You hear Tafari go, "Let's go!" And he'll chug his drink, and Tiffany will kind of shake you, Atis, in a friendly gesture to drink as well.
He will drink his mead.
Very well. As all of you continue to relax for the evening, having overcome the most difficult obstacle in your journey yet, a fat frog. Your most difficult.
A very fat frog.
A fat frog demon. You all relax in the tavern as the night is young and your muscles relax from the journey and the fighting. You will have woken up in the morning and you will have sensed that there is no illness of the soul that has infected Linnell or Vothamal, their patron, or yourself. It appears T.O. Jackson has given up on his hold on the contracts and has subsequently been sent back, as you do not feel his life force within the tree.
You know, that's so funny to think about. It's like, fine, I'll give up the contracts, you'll let me go now, tree. And the tree just went,
So,
I like to believe this is what fucking in Dreams of the. I like to think like Jojax was consumed. He was in eternal darkness, and then this just popped in his brain.